Hello, so I'm coming on here to let you know my favorites, fails, and empties that I have collected over the past few weeks, maybe past few months, I'm not quite sure. But before we jump into that, I want to tell you what I have on my face. So if you have watched me before, you probably are assuming that I have on the Nars Soft Matte Foundation, and I don't. For once. I have on the Fenty Eaze Drop Skin Tint, and I have it in the shade 21. Now, I wear the shade 450 in the original long wear matte foundation as well as in the powder foundation. So the shade 21 actually covers a variety of shades, and 450 is one of those. Underneath the skin tint, I do have on the Fenty Bright Fix eye brightener. I have it in the shade Pumpkin, and this shade is meant for deeper skin tones to use primarily as a color corrector. So I will tell you whether or not that's a favorite or a fail for me. And I decided to kind of stick with Fenty, and so I have the Espresso shade stick on as a contour. And on top of that, I have the Desert Orchid blush from McGrath. So that's what's giving me kind of like that little shine or glow. On my eyes, I have actually a mixture of things. I recently picked up the Natasha Denona Lila palette. I think people say Leela, and I thought it was Lila. Tell me how you pronounce it. Anyway, I have been wanting this palette for so long. Probably the first palette of Natasha Denona's that I wanted because of the pinks and purples, and it's just like, I love these colors. But it has been on sale, I believe, for like 50% off, and I was like, yep, I'm gonna get it. Now, I have some shades on of that, and I'll probably do like a video showing like some eye looks with that. But I also put down the Sydney Grace, it's like a cream eyeshadow in the shade Awakening. So it's a purple shade, if you can see. And then I actually mixed that with the Danessa Myricks colorfix in the shade Ballerina. So this is kind of like a rose pinky with shimmer, like silvery shimmer. I have 3 of these, and I'm trying to figure out how to best apply them. 3 of these meaning 3 of the Danessa Myricks ones. This is the only shade, cream shade or liquid shade from Sydney Grace that I have. I have quite a few of their singles though, and 2 of their palettes. Anyway, I can't decide how the best way is to apply this. For one application, I tried putting it on over just nothing on my eye, so not even primer. I also tried putting it on over eye primer, and then I tried putting it on over set eye primer, and it was patchy. Am I going into fails? Okay, am I? Oh, one more thing before I go into the fails. The lipstick that I have on is Urban Decay Crisis. Girl, when I tell you, I feel like I've been having a crisis. I have been tired, exhausted, depressed, everything. Anyway, these lipsticks are some of my favorite. These are the Vice lipsticks from Urban Decay, and this is the cream formula, but I find that the cream formula also stays put on my lips. Usually I tend to go for a matte lipstick because then it doesn't budge, but I find that the cream formula stays put, doesn't get on my teeth, but it still gives a creamy kind of look, right? So it doesn't look like dry. So I really like that, or I really like the Urban Decay lipsticks, and I'm glad that I am like rediscovering them because I have quite a few. Okay, so let's get into the favorites, fails. I'm just gonna pick up stuff and go, okay? So the first thing is the Pumpkin Bright Fix eye brightener from Fenty. Now, when you squeeze this, even a little bit, a ton comes out. Too much comes out. And so you want to be mindful of that. I used This was one squeeze. Let me see if I can show you. This was one squeeze, and I used like the bit that's here, and there's still that huge amount there. Now, what I did was I dabbed it onto areas of my face, and I patted it in with my finger, which I tend not to really like. My finger is still kind of orange. I don't like using my hands because then inevitably I forget, and then I like wipe my face or my shirt or something. Anyway, so I don't typically color correct. I have color corrected before, but I've tended to use like a color correcting stick. There's one from e.l.f. that I have. Oh, is this it? Yes. Here's this one from e.l.f. that I have had for quite some time, and it's basically this in a stick form, or it's basically the Fenty thing in a stick form, but it is a little lighter. If you can see that, it's a little bit lighter, and I like it better than I like the Fenty one if I do want to color correct, even though, like I said, I don't really. I find that just too much comes out. It's very, very pigmented. So if you are a deeper skin tone than 450, which I am, and you want to get this, it might really work for you. For me, it feels like I look like a pumpkin. So I kind of wish that I would have gotten one that was more of a brightener under my concealer, but it's okay. I'm going to use it up anyway, somehow. But for me, it's not a necessity. If you do color correct, you might like it. Yeah, you might like it. I don't think it's a necessity though. Okay, so that's kind of like a fail. But I'm still using it. Now, another fail, I think it's the color fixes from Danessa Myricks. Like I said, I have 3. Let me get the other 2. So I have Ballerina, Iconic, and, this one doesn't have, and Celebration. So these are the 3 that I have. I'm just having a hard time figuring out the best way to apply them. So like I said, I've tried it with just a bare eyelid. I've tried it with set primer. I've tried it with not set primer. And then I just ended up mixing it in with the purple shade from Sydney Grace. And so I'm going to try it some more and keep like playing around with it. I think it's just making me realize, even with the Sydney Grace one, that I just prefer powder eyeshadows over cream or liquid or anything like that. For me, powder is just the easiest, but I know that also the color fix, you can use them in different ways. I believe you can use them on your lips, your cheeks, and things like that. So I might still play around with it to kind of figure out if I can really get a handle on applying them. So if you have used these, please let me know the best way that you know to put these on, because they're pretty. They're very pretty. Oh, my bad. Okay, so let's move on to, so that was a fail, okay? Let's move on to, this is where I keep all of my empties. So as soon as something is done, I will pop it in here, and then what I like to do is I like to make a note of the price of each of the products. And then what I like to do is to add it all up. So then I'm like, ooh, I used $100 worth of product or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So the first thing that is a favorite is this Derma Special Cleansing Gel face wash. I have been using this for years. I've had this size and I've had the even bigger size. And I tend to get a couple backups during the Ulta 21 days sale. Usually the Derma is on sale at some point. This, I feel like, keeps my face relatively clean. I use it every evening. In the morning, sometimes I use a different cleanser, but sometimes I'll use this one too. But I really, really like it. I go through bottles of this pretty regularly. So this is probably my favorite face wash, the Derma Special Cleansing Gel. I find that it cleans my face. I also think that it really does help to keep breakouts gone away. I mean, I do still have some oftentimes, but I find when I use this pretty regularly that those are kind of not as present. Okay. Another sort of cleansing thing, so that was a favorite, is the Derma E Essentials Universal Cleansing Balm. I also go through this pretty often. So here is my most recent empty jar, and I use this as the first step in taking off my makeup. So I will use this, I'll wash it off, and then I'll go in and I will cleanse with my Dermalogica and usually that Foreo like vibrating thingamajiggy that you can use on your face. Facial washing, it's not a brush. You know what I mean? Maybe you do. If you don't worry about it. So I really like this. I have tried several cleansing balms. So this is the Derma E one. I have tried Good Molecules. I have tried Pharmacy. I have tried Drunk Elephant. I think those are the other three main ones I've tried, and I keep coming back to the Derma E one. It's very emollient. I feel like it does get stuff off of my face. And I'm sort of now thinking of getting like a cleansing oil, because the thing with this, I showed this in another video, is that you do have to scoop it out, and it comes with a scoop. But the one thing that I don't like about this one that the other ones, actually, I think most of them do have, is that there isn't a way to store the scoop. I mean, you can put it in the container if you want, but I mean, it's just going to be sitting on top of the product. But some of the other ones actually have like a magnet or something that allows you to just store the little scoop thing. And like, I threw the scoop somewhere. So that's the one thing I don't really like about this, but it's definitely a favorite in terms of what it does. Okay, put that there. And any more cleansing stuff? Yes. So this is a gel cleanser. It's literally just called Gel Cream Cleanser. And it's one that I have had, and I would use this just to take, just to wash my face in the morning typically. So this one I typically use, as I said, in the evening, the Dermalogica. This Gel Cream Cleanser I just use like whenever. And so I bought this along with some toners, like spray toners from this black owned brand. I'll put the name on the screen because I don't remember it, and it's not on the packaging of this. This was fine. I mean, it was a cleanser I bought. I wanted to support this brand. I wanted to kind of see what their products were about. It's okay. I'm not going to repurchase it just because it doesn't do anything for me, really. That's why I just use it sometimes just to wash my face in the morning. I guess that's a fail, huh? I'm bad at this. Okay. Another thing that I want to mention that's sort of in the cleansing realm, and it's actually full, but I have gone through several of these. It is the Love Beauty and Planet Body Wash. I really like these. You can get them at Target. You can get them on Amazon if you purchase from there. This one is the coconut water and mimosa flower. And I love this brand of body wash. I have several of them in terms of the scents. I find that it just smells so good. Oh, what's that smell like? You know, I'm always going to say it smells like vacation. But it smells just like fresh. You know what I mean? Oh. Anyway, I like it, and it feels like I'm doing something good for the planet. If you are allergic to some stuff, now they are saying that it's over 90% naturally derived. They're saying that 92% of their formula, including water, is made up of naturally derived content. So take that as you will. It is claiming to be cruelty-free and vegan if you are concerned about that. It does have organic coconut oil, coconut water. Oh my God, have you had like fresh coconut water? It's so good. Oh. Get you a fresh coconut from a Caribbean person. Let them chop it open, the top, and just like stick a straw in there. Girl, when I tell you, it's so good. Anyway, ethically sourced mimosa, plant-based cleansers. It says it's vegan, cruelty-free, formulated without phthalates, recyclable, no dyes, no parabens, no guilt. Okay. I don't know about that. I guess it's gonna wash your guilt away, girl. But yeah, I really like this. You can get these at Target. I usually just buy a couple at a time. This is one of the scents that I like. It's very like a fresh mimosa. Yeah. Okay. Get you this. And another thing that's in the cleansing realm is from Decay Naturals. This is their Co-Wash Me Cleansing Conditioner. And I really like this brand. So if you have natural hair as a person of color or anything, actually any kind of hair, I really like their products. So I have their shampoo, I have their regular conditioner, I've got a leave-in conditioner, I've got their twisting gel, their growing oil, their finishing oil, and also just some, it's not hair grease. If you are a black person, you know when we say hair grease, like grease your scalp, it's not hair grease, it's something though. I have hair, like two of them, two hair greases. And this is the newest thing that I bought from them, and I've used it 2 times so far. Now, because I do have natural hair, I'm not washing my hair like a ton. I'm usually washing it every 2 to 3, sometimes 4 weeks. But in between, I find that I can use this, and this smells so good. I keep saying that about everything, but it has tea tree oil in there, which is good for like antibacterial stuff. It has jojoba oil, which hydrates your hair, and they also have apricot kernel oil, which softens the hair apparently. But I have used this, and I feel like it really cleanses my scalp of any buildup. It smells so good. Let me smell it. Oh God, it smells so good. It just like this, I want to eat it. I'm not going to, because it's not edible that I'm aware of. I don't know. But Decay Naturals, oh, this is also cruelty free. So I think I started purchasing these because I was looking for a new brand for hair care. I've used quite a few, and I think I saw this on like Instagram or something, and this woman did her twists, and it was just like so juicy. Her hair was so juicy, and I was like, I need that. So I washed my hair on Friday, and I then put these twists in, and I can still smell the coconut wash, the whatever this is. I can still smell it. Smells so good. It leaves your hair smelling so good, and it's very clean. And I find that when I use the Decay products, it's much easier to like comb through my hair, because I do have very coarse, thick hair. 4C, for those of you who are wondering. And these products are just amazing. They have this system called the lock system, which is you do the leave-in conditioner, oil, and then a cream. And so when you do that, your hair comes out real juicy. So I did that, and my hair came out juicy. But I actually did this style on Friday just because I prefer to just have protective styles rather than having my hair out. So this was my first time like braiding with extension hair. And I think it's not that bad. I really like the texture of this hair. It took me like 6 or 7 hours, an entire pizza, and a bottle of wine. And then here we go. Another thing that I have finished is the Milani Keep It Sweet Lip Scrub. So I also keep this on the vanity in the room, and I will just take some of it out and use it as a lip scrub before I put on my lip balm when I'm going to bed. So I'll do it every other day, or even every day sometimes, just to kind of you know, scrub and get any dead skin off, because I like my lips to be smooth and juicy. I like everything juicy. Another thing is the Confidence in an Eye Cream by IT Cosmetics. So I used this up. I think I am now on the second one. I started using this instead of the Ulla Henriksen Banana Bright Eye Cream. That one was okay. I felt like if you like a thin consistency, then that's the one to go with. If you like a thicker consistency, then you can use this one. And for some reason, because of the thicker consistency, I feel like it's doing more. I don't know that it does, but it says it brightens, repairs, and transforms. And I use this at night before I go to bed. So I'll be putting on my serums. I put on my eye cream. I think it helps. I think what really actually helps is hydrating with water and getting sleep. Okay. The rest of the products are makeup products except for this one. This is the e.l.f. Solid Sponge Cleanser. And it's basically just a little soap that comes in this packet. And this is what you can use to clean your sponges and your brushes. I really like this. I think it's like $4 around that. And so sometimes I'll just pick up a couple of them so that I can have some extra cleansers. And yeah, I really like it. It smells good, just like everything does. Okay, so the makeup products I have completed. I have 2 brow pencils from Revolution Pro in dark brown. I believe this is the only brow pencil that the Revolution Pro line has. Now, Makeup Revolution has about 20 million different lines. They've got like Revolution Glow. They've got Makeup Revolution. They've got Revolution. They've got Revolution Pro. It's a lot, okay? But these are my favorite brow pencils. I just ordered, I think, 3 more. They're $8 at Ulta. And I ordered them because I go through these and I like to always have a backup. So I'm using one right now. And yeah, I'm scared because I don't have any backups. So I purchased, oh my God, there's 3 in here. Dang. Good Lord. How do I use that much? It's legitimately done too. I didn't only see, hopefully it's not a 4th one. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Wow. All right. Oh, wait, there's some in here. Oh, this one's broken. So can we say like 2.5? Because that one's broken. That's unfortunate. But this is the first time I've ever experienced one that has broken, or like the little pencil is crazy or whatever. So these, I actually really like this product, and I tend to always have backups except for right now, and I already said that I ordered them. Okay, the All Nighter Primer, face primer. I really like this. It does have a grip to it for your foundation. I also feel like it smooths things out, so I do notice a bit of a difference when I use this primer versus my Milk Hydro Grip. Now this one definitely grips for sure, but I feel like the All Nighter one also smooths, so that's something to be mindful of. I'm done with this one, so I'm using the Milk one, but I feel like I would go back to this one if I didn't have the Milk one. And yeah, so there's that primer. But another primer that I'm realizing I really like is the Fenty Beauty Primer. This is the True Matte Pro Filter Mattifying Primer, and I have used every drop of it. And what I like is that I'm noticing which ones I prefer, and I definitely like this one. So using the Milk one is helping me to kind of compare and contrast. And not that the Milk one is bad, I like it. I just find that the All Nighter and even the Fenty one, I feel like they just give a smoothing effect. And the Milk makeup primer is good for your foundation just like staying on your face. The Fenty one, I feel like helps to keep things matte. And then the Urban Decay one like smooths things out. So it's sort of, you get the best of something in these 3 primers. And I have definitely finished both of these, and I'll probably repurchase them once I'm done with my other primers. Okay, I finally have retired the It Superhero Mascara. I feel like in every video I've been like, it's on its last leg. And so it's like drying out, and you know, after about 3 months, you should be replacing your mascara anyway. But this is a mascara that I really, really like. So it's a fave. I am trying some other mascaras right now. The Urban Decay one, the Perversion one, as well as the Lancome Idole. And I'm pretty sure that I just bought another one. I don't remember. But I really like this, and I like it even better when it's on sale. Another thing that I am finally getting, I'm retiring, is the Smashbox Always On Liquid Eyeliner. I really like this. I think this is my second one. The first one I got was actually from a friend. I don't even know if she remembers, but she sent it to me and I really liked it. And so when that one was done, I bought this one and I really like this too. The line that it makes is very black, and I find that because of the tip, I can do a pretty good winged liner with it. And yeah, I currently have the Urban Decay Perversion one, so I'm going to be using that one up. Here it is. I'm going to be using this one, but I don't know how much, like, if I'll like this one better than this. If I don't, then I'll definitely get this one again. The other one that I'm currently using sometimes as well is the NYX Epic Ink Liner. I think this was popular a while ago. The one thing that happens with the NYX one that I don't notice with other liner pens is that the hairs start to go all crazy. Like, like, what's that? Angelica's doll from Rugrats, and I think it might be because of the cap. I really like this, but then once the hairs start going crazy, it's just, it's terrible. I've only experienced it with the NYX one. And then we have 3 more things, but 2 of them are concealers. So I finished one of my Tarte Shape Tape concealers in the shade Deep, and this is the original one, the matte one. And then I also finished the Camo Concealer from e.l.f., and this is in Tan Latte. I actually use these, I use this as an eyeshadow primer because I can't remember what possessed me to get this shade. I don't know what I was thinking, because this shade is not going to work as concealer on me. And so rather than like returning it or anything, I just went ahead and used it as an eyeshadow primer. It was okay. I do like my actual eyeshadow primers, but this was good. Like, this coverage is so thick. This is like paint. It's so interesting that some people like this one, but don't like the Tarte one. I mean, this one is way more affordable, but I felt like this was like spackle. Like, I honestly thought I could maybe fill in holes on my wall with this concealer because it is, shout out. And then I have like 3 or 4 of these left. So you're going to see these again. And then the very last thing is my Airbrush Flawless Setting Powder from Charlotte Tilbury. I initially bought the travel size, so the smaller one, and I really, really like it. Like, there's nothing left. I know people they're like, I don't go through setting sprays. I go through everything. So maybe I'm using too much of stuff, but yeah, I've gone through the all-nighter spray. So I use my stuff. Anyway, I ended up purchasing the full size. I like this because I do feel that it sets your face and it keeps your makeup on, and it has, again, a wonderful scent. So that makes me like it more than the Urban Decay, because the Urban Decay all-nighter spray doesn't have a scent that I'm aware of, but this one does. Maybe that's actually not good. I don't know, but it says party all night, stay all day. So I finished up the travel size. I am working on my Urban Decay spray right now, so I'm going to finish that up, but I do have the full size backup in this. Whew, child. Okay. I think that's it. So that is it. I'm going to put all of this stuff back in the bin and recycle or toss them out and just kind of start over. When I finish something, I will pop it in here and then at some point come back and let you all know how I like it. Yeah, so that's it. I will see you next time and I hope this helps.